Only 2 matches tonight, so this is going to be a really interesting review, isn't it? What's going on, everybody? It's your buddy, it's your pal, Pass Phoenix, the YWC Reality Check here with your July 5th NXT review. Get the house cleaning out of the way first, go up into that box up there, join the Q&A. It's going out this month. It's going out the week after Battleground, so you've got approximately 4 weeks left to get your questions in for the Q&A. Also, join myself, Guapo, and Kristen at the end of this week. We will be previewing and predicting and doing the pay-per-view pick'em for Great Balls of Fire. Please join us for that. I know there's a couple people on Twitter that have already tried to submit their rankings for Great Balls of Fire. Love the enthusiasm. Wait till the video comes out tomorrow or the next day. Toss it in the video comment section there. Get at me on Twitter if you want to with your submissions for that, but I don't want to lose them in the shuffle, as happened today already. Like I said, 2 matches in this whole friggin' show tonight. Very simple. Both matches had a guy that I want to care about, but I don't. In the first match, it was Kassius Ohno. I don't know. It's just not there. It's just not happening. I like Itami. I like SAnitY. You guys know that. In the main event, I like Bobby Roode. I really like what they're trying to do with Roderick Strong. I don't watch ROH. I don't watch the Indies. I don't have that ingrained following of Roderick Strong. He's great in the ring. Don't get me wrong. Don't mistake me on that. And Kassius Ohno is not too bad in his own right either. There's something missing. There's something I don't care about, and because I don't care, the fact that he's in the title picture so quickly really bothers me. Now, you could say the same thing about Drew McIntyre, but I have a connection to Drew McIntyre. I was there when he was the chosen one. You know, Vince McMahon's hand-picked guy. He became the Intercontinental Champion. Even went over into TNA when I was still watching TNA and had the sort of badass protester, I'm going to support all of pro wrestling type character that he had there, that he's basically brought into NXT. I would be invested in that, and I think it's coming in the future. I'm just putting that one out there. But I don't have that with Roderick Strong. I don't have that with a guy like Kassius Ohno, which I thought I would have with Kassius Ohno, because I was there when he was there the first time, and he got thrown out for whatever reason. Vince McMahon said he didn't like his body type and all that sort of thing. Vince McMahon is strange as he is with things like that. When you figure that he hired guys like Yokozuna and Mabel and other such people like that, Bam Bam Bigelow, etc. No offense to any of those guys, but they weren't exactly cut out of stone supermodels. It is my point. So the whole Kassius Ohno being thrown out of NXT because his body type didn't work. He was supposed to be part of the Shield. Remember that? Remember the Punk shoot interview when he gave his idea for the Shield? And it was supposed to be Kassius Ohno instead of Roman Reigns. Can you imagine what the Shield would have looked like with Kassius Ohno in the jerseys and the whole awkwardness thing there? Anyways, we start off the show. Enough rambling. Start off the show with the Strong family arriving. You know, part of his whole build-up and gimmick has been his fiance, his new kid, etc. Congratulations on the new kid to Roderick Strong, if I haven't said that already. His fiance is not hard to look at. I'm just putting that one out there. But Hideo Itami and Kassius Ohno versus SAnitY is our first of 2 matches tonight. SAnitY should win this. I mean, they do. Let's just get to the point. SAnitY does win this. But you've got one guy who's quasi-turned heel, one guy that I don't really care about, versus one cohesive unit. We got an amazing showing from Nikki Cross last week representing SAnitY. Eric Young went on social media in the past couple of weeks. I believe he lost his mother, his grandmother. I could be wrong in that. He lost a family member, and he was very blunt about it on social media. And he was very I don't know what you want to call it, receptive to the fans and whatnot. So all the condolences in the world go to Eric Young. In his absence, the rest of his faction is doing pretty damn well. Nikki Cross, Asuka, last woman standing last week, has to be contender for match of the year. I'm not saying it is the best match of the year, but it has to be in the conversation. I'm just putting that one out there. But you got this. You got Ohno and Itami. I mean, I like Itami. I like that Itami was in the title picture. He should be in the picture again. Ohno, not so much. Ohno can go feud with No Way Jose, and I just won't watch. But versus SAnitY, who are these huge demonic guys. Killian Dane the fucking wrecking machine that he is, they should win this, and they do, but let's talk about it. Wolf and Ohno start with a collar and elbow tie up and a boot by Ohno, boots by Ohno, and Daniel Bryan silly kicks by Itami in the corner. They've got him trapped in the corner, Wolf, that is, and Ohno's giving him boots, Itami's giving him the Daniel Bryan silly kicks at the same time. That was pretty cool, I will admit. Snapmare and some knee drops by Itami with the exposed knee. Tornado Hangman by Itami. I love the Tornado Hangman. It's not a finisher, but it is a great move. Stomps by Wolf, who works on Itami's leg. Corner splash by Dane, who absolutely engulfs everybody. Elbow strikes by Itami. More Daniel Bryan silly kicks. If once is good, twice will be better by Itami. Rolling clotheslines by Itami and a fisherman suplex. Falcon arrow by Itami, another great, fantastic move in his arsenal. Running senton by Dane, just sort of stops everything. Boot by Ohno, bicycle kick by Wolf, GTS by Itami, but a huge running crossbody by Dane gets the win. Huge running crossbody. GTS on Wolf. Wolf takes the bullet after the blind tag to Killian Dane. Killian Dane hits the running crossbody for the win. There was a whole lot, I didn't write it in the course of the match, but there's a whole lot of miscommunication between Ohno and Itami, which there should be, because they're not a team. Wolf pulled Ohno off the apron at one point, so he wasn't there for a tag, and then afterwards, when he was there for the tag, Itami didn't want to tag him. It is what it is. Itami versus Ohno is a thing that's going to happen. Probably at TakeOver Brooklyn. I don't care. I don't care in the slightest. They interview Ember Moon in the Performance Center, who's talking about her upcoming match with Asuka, which actually hasn't been announced yet. Ruby Riott cuts in and cuts her off and says, you know, can't help but overhear you talking about this match that you think you have with Asuka. You had your shot. Nikki Cross had her shot. What about my shot? And she just leaves. She doesn't get in her face. She doesn't pull off any heelish tactics. But I do love that people are stepping up to Ember Moon, because everybody, the crowd, the YWC, the IWC, Ember Moon herself, are just going on this assumption, this foregone conclusion that Ember Moon's going to be the one that takes the title off of Asuka. Now, that's fine. Ember Moon is great. I like Ember Moon. I like her deal. She's the female equivalent of Finn Balor now that NXT doesn't have Finn Balor anymore. I get that. She's great, and I like her in the ring, and I like her finisher. She's wonderful. But she's been out more than once, and while she's been out, the ranks of the women's division in NXT have grown. Other people have filled her spot, so you can't hold her spot over the other people that have been working while she's been gone and just, you know, babysit it and keep it off in the corner somewhere. I'm sorry, she's not Brock Lesnar. It's just not a thing. So Ember Moon will be eventually the one to take the title off of Asuka. I'm pretty damn sure of it, but I love that all the other women are stepping up and standing up to Ember Moon saying, you know what, your gift-wrapped title shot is not a foregone conclusion. I like that. That's a good thing. We see highlights of the last women's standing match from last week, and then we see Asuka's tweet where she basically says she's not coming back to NXT until somebody comes along that's competition for her. I would like that if they didn't overuse this trope in NXT quite a bit. I like NXT, and I like a lot of the themes that they develop, but this whole idea that somebody just says, oh, I'll come back when there's a worthy opponent. That's how we brought Shinsuke Nakamura in. That's how we brought Jushin Thunder Liger in. That's how we brought Mickie James in. And I'm not saying that it's a bad thing, but if they overuse it, it becomes predictable. It becomes less special, and it just makes the champion come off like a little bit of a bitch. Now, Asuka's no bitch. Let me cut that off right there. She'll kick your head off, and she's legit as fuck in the ring. I don't like her going this route creatively, is what I'm trying to say. We see a highlight video for Drew McIntyre, which makes him look like the beast that he is. And then he's backstage. He helps hype up the Strong versus Rude feud. Talks about what being champion one day eventually will mean to him. And it's all good. We replay the DIY breakup that took place in TakeOver Chicago. Remind everybody that Ciampa's going to be out probably till next year, and then announce that Gargano is returning next week. Now, they didn't specify whether he's returning to action or whether he's returning to cut a returning wrestler promo, because we got two of those on SmackDown. John Cena, Rusev in the majestic beard gimmick that he's got going on right now. But anyways, Johnny Gargano will be back there. I just love Rusev coming in on SmackDown because everybody was so sure that it was going to be Jinder Mahal, and it just wasn't. And I love it when the IWC is wrong. I love it when the YWC is wrong. I love it when the people, and I'm not going to name them by name again, but the people that are like, there's only one way the WWE can go, and fuck you, it's Rusev instead. I fucking love it. Anyways, back to NXT. In the Performance Center, they're talking to the Iconic Duo who are pitching a fit because one of them had a birthday and nobody got them cake. And Andrade Cien Almas is being yelled at by some chick for reasons. Oh yes. But speaking of some chick, we get video highlights of the Mae Young Classic qualifying match between Aaliyah and Bianca Belair. I have not seen this whole match. I'm going to check out this whole match. I'll take this opportunity to tell you right now, full coverage of the Mae Young Classic and all its matches, all its preliminaries, all its round 1, round 2, and the finals will happen on this channel. I may review this qualifying match just to give you guys a little appetizer about what that's going to be like, but I will be reviewing the Mae Young Classic on this channel like I reviewed the CWC, like I didn't do the UK tournament, did I? Because that was just a 2-day thing. But I will be reviewing the Mae Young Classic. The graphics are in process. My buddy Salcido is working on a graphic for me for that. It's going to be nice and simple. It's going to be another little Phoenix gimmick like we have here. But I will be doing that when it drops. I will say this, I don't like that it's dropping like a Netflix season. Or at least that's the rumor that I've heard. It's not going to be week to week like NXT, like the CWC. It's not going to be like that. They're going to drop the entire first round on the on-demand, then they're going to drop the entire second round, etc., etc. I don't know if I like that because I would rather do a weekly review. So it's going to be like they'll drop it and I'll review it whenever I have time. So it won't exactly be sequential as my regular reviews are, but you will get lots and lots and lots of conversation about that on this channel, hoping that when the finals happen, I can get Kristen or Guapo or both to review that with me. It will be a lot of fun. Speaking of which, I will say one more time, check it out. Tomorrow or the next day, there will be a preview and a pay-per-view pick 'em for Great Balls of Fire with Kristen and Guapo. And go check out the podcast that they did with Monoxide over on Monoxide's channel. The link will be down in the description box below. Now, with all that rigmarole out of the way, we get to our main event, which is Bobby Roode versus Roderick Strong for the NXT Championship. They play a lot of video on Roddy Strong, talking about his struggles to get here, talking about his family, his fiance, who's, like I say, not hard to look at. His kid's there, his mom is there, it's all emotional, it's all wonderful, and if we thought he had a chance in hell of actually winning, it would be very special. But Bobby Roode, Roderick Strong, collar and elbow tie and a headlock by Roode and a front slam, drop kick by Strong, corner chops and another drop kick. They fight on the outside and chops to Roode back in the... They fight on the outside, Roderick Strong chops Roode up the ramp and back again. Backbreaker by Strong once they're back in the ring. A second backbreaker after we come back from the commercial break. Corner chops by Strong. Boot by Roode and a blockbuster, which I didn't see coming. Stomps by Roode, chomps a boot, a kick, and a kitchen sink. Backbreaker by Strong. Again, dropkick through the ropes and they trade punches on the outside. And here is where Chapter 1 is done, Chapter 2 starts. This is where the entire story changes because as they're brawling on the outside, Roderick Strong gets his leg trapped between the steps and the ring post. And Roode, being the vindictive, badass heel that he is, sees this shark that smells blood in the water, boots the fuck out of those steps. And for the rest of the match, the story of this match is Roderick Strong's leg. Roode works the leg, knee bar, knee drops on the leg, corner chops and a mudhole stomp on the leg, elbow drop on the leg, corner chops by Roode again, who works the leg in the ropes, clothesline by Roode, who locks in an inverted ankle lock. Snake eyes by Strong, they trade some punches, and there's a lariat by Strong. Don't ask me how on one leg, but it is what it is. A boot, a spin kick, and an angle slam by Strong, who doesn't want to sell at this point, I'm pretty sure. Backbreaker by Strong, because fuck selling. Chop block by Roode. Roode stomps the knee, and then he follows up with a spine buster. Gut buster by Strong. Don't ask me how, with the bad knee once again. Roode uses the ring post a la Bret Hart. I thought he was going to do the Canadian cliche and go for the ring post figure 4, but he didn't. Backbreaker on the top turnbuckle bolt by Roderick Strong was pretty. I like that on commentary they tried to make it make sense. You know, every time you do a backbreaker, you got to drop him on the knee. The knee's been worked on, so what's a good surrogate for the knee is that big metal bolt that holds the top turnbuckle together. That's a good storytelling bit right there. I'm loving, side note, loving Mauro Ranallo and Nigel McGuinness on commentary. I could do without Percy Watson, but then again, I could do without David Otunga, I could do without Booker T, I could do without Byron Saxton. it is what it is. And Naomi needs to get the fuck off my TV with her little Christmas Lights championship. They trade some punches, and there's a glorious DDT by Roode that's kicked out of by Strong, who hits one hell of a backbreaker on that bad knee, fuck selling, for a very, very good false win. 1, 2, 3, and it's all glorious, no pun intended. The music fires up and everything. He's celebrating, the wife's all happy, the mom's all happy, but Bobby Roode's foot was under the ropes. The match gets stopped. Roderick Strong is heartbroken. Bobby Roode's on the outside. Strong eats the guardrail fucking hard. Roode hits the DDT, the glorious DDT, on the floor outside the ring in front of his fucking fiance, who's not a good actor. Not hard to look at, but not a good actress, as she's trying to say, "Oh, you're a cheater. You're a cheater. Bobby, you're a cheater." And he just sort of like kisses his teeth at her and goes back in the ring and finishes them off with one more glorious DDT. Your champion, predictably and obviously, is still the glorious Bobby Roode, who I'm pretty damn sure, I haven't read the spoilers, but I'm pretty damn sure he's going on to TakeOver to face Drew McIntyre. I would love it to be Roode, McIntyre, and Aleister Black, but I don't want to be a hypocrite and talk about jumping the gun on people too soon. As I say, not much to this show. 2 matches, a little bit of video packaging here and there, a little bit of storytelling. They gave a little bit of love to the upcoming Mae Young Classic, which I'm looking very much forward to. And the matches were solid. I just wish I cared more about Roderick Strong and Kassius Ohno. Yes, my camera died. And yes, I came back just to say, I've been Spaz, your YWC reality check. Subscribe up there, talk down there, start a conversation, keep all these conversations going. Don't be a stranger. I will talk to each and every last one of you later. But for right now, I'm tagging out. Bye, guys.
Like me, don't apologize. They can't hold you down. You were born to rise. It's our time now to come out. If you're a freak like me.